What's up, guys? I'm Dean Hashim, and I've been living in the Philippines for over 6 years now. And I'm the first to tell you, yes, English is a popular language here in the Philippines, but it does help for you to learn the local dialects and languages here. It's very important. Whether it be Bisaya, Tagalog, Ilocano, whatever, wherever you're at, you gotta learn this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help you out. Let's talk about 10 popular Filipino phrases that everyone should know when they visit here to the Philippines. Let's get into it. Number one is pretty simple, right? You probably heard this in Spanish class. Kumusta or kumusta ka? And the proper response to when they say that to you is mabuti. Not like shaking a booty, no. Mabuti means good, like I'm good. And after you say mubuti, you ask them, ikaw. That basically means, how are you also? Now in Mindanao, where I live, and we speak Bisaya, you would say, kumusta pod? Pod means also, right? And I was really hard on myself when I first moved here because I wanted to communicate so bad with the people that sometimes I got brain stuck, right? So they would say, Kumusta? And then I would say, mabuti or maayong, like in Bisaya. And then I know I'm supposed to say, Kumusta pod? I would say, mabuti. And I would say, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? And they'd just be looking at me like, and I'm like, oh, Kumusta pod? Right? Or ikaw. And then they say, oh, maayong, mabuti. You know what I'm saying? You will get frozen like this a couple of times, man, when you're first learning it or whatever. It is kind of embarrassing, but the kababayan respect the fact that you're trying to learn, bro. Remember that. Magandang, Araw. What does that mean? That means good day. It's all based off of courtesy and politeness, this language of the kababayan. So when you say Magandang Araw, they'll be like, oh, wow, he really knows our language, right? I learned fast to say Magandang Araw in the morning, right? And then in the afternoon, you say Magandang Hapon. Hapon is afternoon.
In nighttime, Magandang Gabi.
Yeah, in nighttime, Magandang Gabi. Gabi is night or evening.
In
Okay?
Bisaya, Gabi. In Tagalog, just Gabi.
Yeah. Okay, so in Tagalog, just Gabi. In Bisaya, Gabi. Okay? Well, because I know y'all will be in the comments like, wait a minute. It's not Gabi in Tagalog, it's Gabi, ding damn. So, and remember guys, I'm still learning myself. I'm not fully fluent, but I'm trying, right? I wanna be able to communicate on a whole different level here. Because as I said, most of the time when we go places, they look at me, and then they look at my girl, then they look at me again, and then they just look at her and start talking blah, 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 to her, right? And it makes me feel this tiny, guys. And I don't want to feel tiny like that. I don't want to be out of the loop. I want to know what people are saying and what I could do to communicate better. This is what this video is all about, guys. Let's go to the next one. Now, this is simple. Yes and no. Okay, like yes, for instance, right, is oh. Just like in America, we say, oh, like when we're surprised or something. Well, that means yes here in the Philippines, oh. Or you can even say, ooh. Or you can even say, oh, I, right? I think that's O and I, O-I, right? Right? That's the many ways that you can say yes. Okay. Now, no is Hindi. You heard me right? Hindi, not Hindu, right? We're talking about saying no. It's Hindi, right? In Bisaya, I don't think we really have nothing for no. We just say no. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Hindi and ooh. I love saying ooh. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Because it just feels good to say it. You know what I'm saying? Or just do the double tap. Ooh. Right? I love it, man. The language is so creative and so colorful. And there's like over 200 different dialects in the Philippines. Let me know in the comments if my number is wrong, but I think there's over 200 different languages here. We're focusing on Tagalog or Filipino because most people in the Philippines do at least speak Tagalog, okay? If not Tagalog, it's probably gonna be Bisaya, depending on where you're at. Depende si location, diba? Right? And I'm in Mindanao, so I learned a lot of Bisaya, but I'm really forcing myself to learn Tagalog because I know that that's the universal language, okay, of the kababayan. How do you say thank you, right? Well, they speak English, just say thank you. Thanks. No, I'm just joking. No, the way you say thank you is salamat. right? Now, it almost sounds similar to the Muslim greeting, Salamu Alaikum, right? That means peace be upon you, but you're not saying Salamu Alaikum, you're saying Salamat. Salamat means thank you. Okay, now in Bisaya, we say Salamat kayo, Salamat kaayo. Kaayo means very, like very much. You get me? But in Tagalog, you would say Maraming Salamat, right? Maraming is like basically akin to saying very many, like very many thanks. You get me? And once again, this is all based off of politeness, camaraderie, and courtesies. That is what the Philippines is all about. It's about respect, right? If you look at the island of the Philippines, it's shaped like an old man holding a cane. Yes or no, right? So when you think about that, what do you do to older people? You give them respect. Even the island is shaped like an old man that you should respect, okay? I'm just taking you deep into the social politics of the Philippines. It's all about respect. And I'm gonna keep coming back to that, right? So when we learn to speak Tagalog or Bisaya, we learn the right way, we learn the polite way. And then people will love you even more because they see how much respect you're showing to the language, to their culture, right? And that you're trying your hardest to assimilate here. Let's go to the next one. Now, this one is kind of funny, and I actually put it on my thumbnail, right? You gotta ask, where is the bathroom? And you might be in some place like in the rural Philippines where they really don't understand English like that. You say, hey man, where the bathroom at? They just look at you like, right? So say, Saan ang CR, right? Saan, where, right? Ang, the, A-N-G is the, CR. Now, I know in America, we don't call it the CR, we call it the bathroom. But in the Philippines, it's called the CR. What does CR stand for? Comfort room, right? Because when you go in there and you take your boo-boo, you feel comfortable after you get all that out your stomach, right? Okay, comfort room, damn! That's why they call it that. Okay, no, I really don't know why they call it the comfort room, but I mean, you know, that would make sense to me, right? Because you go there to relieve yourself, you go there to wash yourself, you go there to feel comfortable, right? So it's called the comfort room. So, Saan ang CR? Saan ang CR, sir? And they'll know exactly what you're saying. I'll say, that way. Especially if you're holding your butt like I was on the thumbnail, like, because the reason I put that thumbnail up is because that happened to me one time, right? I ended up in a really rural area. Queenie was away from me. She was like, you know, in another area or whatever, but I was going back to meet her, but it just all of a sudden hit me. My stomach went, bloop, bloop. I'm like, oh shit, what was that? Bloop, bloop. Oh, dang. Hey man, where the bathroom? He just was looking like, what? Hey, where the bathroom? Then I went into my Tagalog Rolodex. Saan ang CR. Okay, Saan ang CR? And he just pointed me in the right direction. You see what I'm saying? This stuff comes important, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in an area where they don't speak English and you don't want to poop on yourself. You better know some Tagalog, dude. Hey guys, yo, much love to you, man, and thank you for watching my video. And if you made it this far in the program, I would ask you to do your boy a solid and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. But the main thing is hit that notification bell so you can always be abreast of the new content that we dropping right here on the Dean Hashim channel. You know what I'm saying? And also, I gotta shout out the Facebook page. If you wanna go to Facebook and see some quick clips, some behind the scenes stuff, our Facebook is Dean E. Hashim. Because this whole channel, my Facebook page, everything, you know, it's set up in a humorous way, but really it's about my life, my experiences, and my crazy opinion about living here in the Philippines, aka the land of the kababayan. So do that, and let's get back to it. This next one, and this is being courteous in case you mess up or you do something wrong. If you do something wrong to somebody, if you do something wrong, period, and you want to apologize, you say Pasensya NA. That means I'm sorry or I apologize. Or you can even say patawad, right? That's my apologies, okay? Pasensya NA or patawad are your apology cheat codes, dude, okay? You can turn things around. You can turn a situation around if you know these phrases, okay? So if you find yourself in a little pinch, you done piss somebody off, just say Pasensya NA. I'm sorry. Right? That's important to know. Because you want to be on the right side of the people when you come here. You don't want to be like Vitali, right? And just piss everybody off. Nah, man, you got to come here and be a positive energy to add to the Bayanihan spirit. Don't come here and take away from the Bayanihan spirit, piss people off, make people mad, make people not like foreigners. I want them to love us. I want them to love me, right? And that is why I try to learn the best that I can, because I know this ain't my country. But if I learn and I try, they'll welcome me with open arms. And that's what's been happening. So you got to learn that, man. All of my future expats, learn these phrases that I'm talking about, man. And people are going to really love you and respect you a lot here. Let's get to the next one. You got to know this when you're dealing with commerce, when you're buying something, when you're selling something or whatever. Magkano. That means how much, dude? Right? And yeah, there is a such thing as a foreigner price and a Pinoy price in the Philippines. It's just the way it is, dude. They automatically will think that you're rich, that you got a lot of money because you're a foreigner, man. I mean, I'm just keeping it real or whatever. But if they immediately see that you know Tagalog, oh, they're going to be like, oh, we probably can't cheat him. He knows what's going on around here, right? Magkano, how much? Okay? Or in Bisaya, we say takpila, okay? Takpila, TAG/pila. You know what I'm saying? Pila is how much, tagpila is, how much does it cost, okay? Or even if you want to know the full price of everything that you bought, pila tanan, right? That's like, what's the full price of everything? But Magkano, that is more, like I said, it's Tagalog, so it's more universal. Okay, but as I say, I'm in a Bisaya speaking area, so we say, takpila, pila tanan, things like that. But I also know how to say it, in Tagalog, which is important. Also, don't just ask and walk away. Why? Because the kababayan love negotiating. Tawad, man! They always want to deal here, you know what I'm saying? This is a developing country. A lot of people don't have a ton of money. So negotiating has become a big part of the culture here, right? And if you know how to negotiate, you can get a good price because they want your business. They don't want you to just say, Magkano, and then they tell you the price. And you just say, all right, bye. No, negotiate with them. You know what I'm saying? Tawad, man, tawad. You know what I'm saying? Figure out a good price that's cool for you and cool for the vendor. Okay, and that's how you do things here, man. One of my favorites because it has to do with food. How do you say yummy in Tagalog? You say masarap. Masarap, right? Sarap is so popular that they even have a seasoning here. What's that seasoning called? Magic Sarap. Do you guys know about Magic Sarap? Tell me in the comments if you know about Magic Sarap. It is great, dude. It's like the all-purpose flavoring, okay, here in the Philippines. And it has Sarap in the name. Magic Sarap, right? It's just like magic is going to make your food Sarap, right? Masarap. That's how you say, delicious, right? In Bisaya, we say lami or lami kaayo, right? Very delicious. Remember, you notice that kaayo comes back? Very delicious. Lami kaayo. Here's a pro tip for you. Combine Salamat and Masarap together, right? Say somebody's giving you a lot of tasty food. They just keep dumping it on your plate and you're just eating it. You say, Salamat, Masarap, right? That's the Filipino appreciation combination. And the last one, and I think this is the most important one, that's why I put it last. And it's all about meeting people, right? When you first meet somebody in America, what do you say? You say, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up, bro? What's your name, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's your name? Well, in Tagalog, to ask a person what is their name, you say, Anong, pangalan mo. You hear the mo at the end. That's not somebody's name. It's not a guy named Mo. That's just a connector. See, in the Philippines, they got a lot of connectors that add to the language to make it more, to make it kind of like, not like a slang, but to kind of make it more colorful. You get me? So, Anong pangalan mo, right? What's your name, bro? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? And they'll tell you their name, and then you already got a conversation started. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? It's networking with people. The camaraderie that you find here in the Philippines. You're gonna find that as a foreigner, if you're a good foreigner, if you're a positive foreigner, they're gonna welcome you with open arms, bro. That's why I love it here so much, because I feel so welcome. But that should prompt you to try your hardest to learn the culture, learn the language of the kababayan, And you know, you're going to see that your stay here is going to be much more worthwhile, much funner, right? Because they're going to include you in a lot more because they know that you can understand them and they can understand you. So that's what it's all about, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Learn these 10 phrases that I just talked about. Go over them, rewind the video. You know what I'm saying? And learn them before you come here. And you're going to notice you're going to have an awesome time right here in the Philippines, aka the land of the kababayan. That's my time for now, guys. You know I got some more stuff coming for you. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always know when we got more coming. And what else should you do? Watch this video right here. Why? Because YouTube says to watch it, dude. Dang! All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out.